Did you create a time machine?
No one is supposed to know about the machine yet.
So, can we try it?
Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah, let's go!
Toodaloo.
Hello? Anyone here?
Hannah, maybe we should come back another time.
No, the professor said we were welcomed anytime.
Okay, Doc. You should be good to flip that lever again. Oh, hello. It's good to see you again.
Oh, hey, intern. Do you know where Professor Hannah Stein is? We have a question for her.
No, she is currently off-site working on a project with Miss Wonder and Mr. Curiosity. But...
We have guests. Intern, why didn't you say anything?
Sorry.
Hello there.
Hi.
What can we help you with?
We were hoping to speak with Professor Hannah Stein, but I guess she's out.
Yes, that's correct. But perhaps I can be of assistance. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Aiden Stein, but you can call me Doc for short.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
I'm Vince.
Professor Hannah Stein is actually my cousin, and while we do share a love for science, our studies of focus diverge a little bit.
Oh, are you talking about the time travel test that Miss Wonder and Mr. Curiosity told us about a few months ago?
We're so happy you made it. We had trouble getting in touch with you.
Well, we can't stay here for long. This time travel project is certainly a pressing matter.
They told you? Great Scott!
Who's Scott?
No one is supposed to know about the machine yet.
Do you mean the IHS?
No, shush!
What's the IHS?
Wait a second. Did you create a time machine?
Certainly not. You see, I believe that time travel is simply not something to be tampered with. Trust me, I would know.
See, I told you this was a bad idea.
Quiet, Vince, cautious.
But since the secret's out now, I have been working on a little something I like to call the Interactive History Simulator.
Oh, so that's what IHS stands for. Sounds fancy.
And much safer.
So what does it do?
The IHS simulates reality. So basically, it's all pretend. So, of course, that means there is no danger of changing anything in the past or disrupting any timelines because you're not actually there.
It's basically one of those virtual reality games.
Yes, but with historically accurate details backed by years of science and research from the world's leading theology and history experts.
Wow. So the IHS sounds way better than time travel.
It does. So, can we try it?
Well, I must say, the two of you have excellent timing. Intern over here, he just helped me with the final touches of the IHS, so she should be ready for her maiden voyage.
Maiden Huda Whatsits?
Yes, you can try it.
Awesome, because we want to look at different stories throughout the entire Bible.
Yeah, we're taking Kids Planet on a journey of the greatest story ever told.
Great Scott! I'll see what I can do for you folks. Follow me.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so just a few rules here. Yes, come on in. It's perfectly safe. It's perfectly safe. Come on in. Okay, so just a few rules here. Please refrain from touching anything unless I have explicitly told you to do so.
Yes, sir.
Now, for us to begin, we will need to decide on a date in history along with an estimated location or, at the very least, a person for the IHS to search for.
Whoa, this is so cool.
Now, do the two of you have any idea of where you would like to visit?
So basically, we want to take Kids Planet through the Bible from start to finish.
And we thought it'd be cool to show the kids what it might have looked like back then.
The IHS can do that, right?
Yes, but I must remind you, these are all estimations of what things might have looked like, and we will not be interacting with people from history in real time. So, where would you like to go?
Wow, this feels like a lot of pressure to decide who to see first.
Perhaps it might be most logical to simply start at the beginning.
Yeah, that does make sense.
We could see Adam and Eve, the first people God ever created.
True. But they were the first ones to ever sin.
Good point. I don't think I want to see them disobey God and not be able to stop them.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, how about we go visit Noah and all the animals on the ark?
Oh, great idea, Hannah.
Thanks. I've always wondered what it would have been like for Noah to build such a huge boat and probably not understand what God was planning.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about that too, and it's kind of crazy how the people back then were constantly disobeying God and becoming more evil and sinful.
All except for Noah, which is why God chose Noah to build the ark so that Noah, his family, and all the animals would be saved from the giant flood.
Excellent selection, Hannah. Now, let's go ahead and get you two off on your journey. So, just stand right here and put on those IHSHSs and you'll be off on your adventure at last.
Wait, let me guess. Interactive history simulator headsets?
Precisely.
This is so exciting!
Now, if you run into any trouble or you'd like to move on to a new point in history, just tap the side of your IHSHS to speak with us.
Wait, you're not coming with us?
Unfortunately, the IHS only has the capacity for 2 passengers at the moment. So yes, you'll be on your own. Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah, let's go!
Toodaloo!
Whoa, this feels so real.
Well, yeah, it's a simulation, remember, Vince?
So how hard do you think it'll be for us to find Noah?
Well, it looks like we're already on the ark, so it shouldn't be that hard, right?
True. Hey, maybe we can see Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth?
Yeah, those kids really did have the weirdest names.
True. Hey, I wonder how many days they've been on the ark so far.
Ham, could you get down there and clean up after those elephants? We've been on this ark for 25 days and it's getting awful bad.
Ugh, no wonder it's so smelly.
Poor Ham. I can't believe he has to clean up all those big dookies.
Man, I tell you what, I don't know what it's gonna take for a guy to get some alone time. I'm just kind of worn out.
Wow, he seems so exhausted.
Well, yeah, he had a pretty big job to do. Plus, I wonder which animal has been the toughest to deal with on the ark.
You know, that snake has just given me such a hard time. If I never had to see a snake again, I'd be very content.
Think we've seen enough of the ark. I thought this was gonna be way cooler seeing all the animals, but I forgot how smelly it would be.
Yeah, agreed. But I do have an idea of where to go next.
How's it going, you two?
Hey, Doc, I think we know where we want to go to next.
Yeah, seriously, my nose can't take much more of this.
And it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on right now.
I don't understand how he's sleeping through all these noises. Yeah, get us out of here right now.
All right, what'll it be?
Can you send us to when Abraham is walking up with his son Isaac up a mountain?
What?
You got it.
Vince, are you sure this is the best place for us to visit next?
Yeah, this moment can help us tell the kids that God's story included Jesus from the very beginning.
What do you mean?
Well, when God saw the sinfulness continue on earth, even after the flood with Noah, he still had a plan, so he made a promise to Abraham.
Okay.
So, this story of Abraham's faithfulness gives us a hint of the future. You know, like what God was going to do when he sent his son, Jesus, to die on the cross for our sins.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So we're about to see the moment where Abraham trusted God so much that he was willing to sacrifice his own son.
Exactly. And think about it. Jesus climbed up the mountain carrying the cross.
Just like Isaac's carrying the wood.
Yep. And when it came time for Jesus to be crucified, he knew why he was there and what he had to do, so he went willingly.
just like Isaac did.
Exactly. But there's a huge difference in this story. Because when Abraham and Isaac got to the top of the mountain, God provided them with a ram to sacrifice instead of Isaac.
Right, but there was no substitute for Jesus because he was the sacrifice.
Exactly. Jesus was sent to earth for this exact purpose. He would be the ultimate sacrifice for all our sin.
Wow, what an important comparison. Now come on, Vince, let's listen to what they're saying.
Father,
Yes, my son.
we have the wood and the fire, but where's the sheep for the burnt offering?
God will provide a sheep for the burnt offering, son.
You know, many scholars believe that this mountain is probably the same one that Jesus carried up his cross and eventually died on top of hundreds of years later.
Wow, God's story is so cool.
You kids just about ready to head back to reality?
Yep, we're on our way.
Vince, this mountain isn't even real. Doc, thank you so much for showing us the IHS. That was incredible.
Yeah, I love finally getting to see these stories I've read before up close and personal.
Happy to help.
I am so glad the kids are going to be able to see the Bible come to life during this series.
You're calling this series the, best story ever, is that right?
Close. It's the greatest story ever told.
And thanks to you and the IHS, we were able to see exactly how God's story included Jesus from the very beginning.
Exactly. Since Adam and Eve sinned, we needed Jesus to pay for our sins from then on.
Right, and just like we talked about, Noah obeyed God and did everything he commanded without complaining.
Just like Jesus did one day too.
And Abraham was faithful and totally trusted God with his son, Isaac.
Kind of like how God would one day send his son, Jesus, to be the sacrifice for the sins of the world.
I can't wait to see where we go exploring in God's story next time.
Or one might say, when we go.
Well, Kids Planet, we hope you'll join us next week as we go off on another adventure. But before you go, I have just a couple quick reminders for you. During this series, you'll get a new set of Bible character cards to collect each week as you attend in person. So make sure you join us every week of the series if you want to collect them all. And next week is a very special week because that's when X Camp registration goes live. So starting on Saturday, April 13th, you can sign up to join us for the biggest event of the summer. That's right, you won't want to miss it.